Mrs. right? Mrs.
I'm joking. No, I'm joking. I'm still a miss for now.
I have like a lot of questions that we lined up for you, but this one is just from my heart to yours, right? This particular question. When I went through your page and I was like going through everything that you do and all, I said, no, I have to ask you this question. So, are you really from Edo State?
Yeah. Yeah, proudly, yeah.
Fully Edo State.
Fully, like some people like, oh, yeah, her mom must be maybe white or must be mixed Fulani. My mom is from Edo. My daddy is from Edo.
Damn.
Everybody is from Edo.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see her face.
Everybody. Everyone, yeah.
See, do you know why I picked so much interest in this? Why? Because I'm from Edo State.
Real from where?
Bini.
Okay. I'm Etako.
I don't even know anywhere.
Okay,
I'm from Edo State too, and I get this misconception every time I go out that, oh, you're from North Central. Like, I remember a day someone was bluntly arguing with me
that you're from the North Central.
I swear, like, on top of my state, you are arguing with
Tell me about, like, I literally would have arguments. So I do this thing where I go live on TikTok every day, and sometimes I get up to like 100, 150 viewers per like the live shows on TikTok.
Wow, that's good.
And every single day they always like, where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? Because I always wear the hijab, and I feel like I'm not wearing it today, yeah, but it's the most comfortable outfit for me. So I always wear the hijab, especially when I'm at home. So like, where are you from? You must be Kano, you must be Sokoto. And I'm like, no, I'm from Edo State. Every single day somebody must ask that question. I'm like, at this point, guys, like,
you should write it on your forehead.
Exactly. Put it on my forehead. And I'm like, you don't look Edo. I'm like, what the hell is an Edo look? Like, I don't get it.
Honestly.
Like, you look Fulani. What is a Fulani look? Like, what is it? Oh God.
So you guys should share it in the comment section. If you're one of those people that they have, given you another state.
Yeah.
Please tell us so that we'll know your experience too, because I am battling with it, she's battling with it, and I know there are a couple of you guys that are battling with it. Anyways, now that we've cleared the air on that, let's go straight to the questions. Okay. So I went through your page. I told you when you came in, I've done full CIA investigation. Like, I've done that. All right. So beyond social media, public speaking, and content creation, who really is Hauwa Abubakar when the cameras are off?
Okay, Hauwa Abubakar, beyond social media, content creation, everything. First, I'll start with my age. She's 20, and she is literally the most confused person she knows. Oh God, honestly, because everybody sees, oh, she's doing so well, but there's so much confusion. Like, what am I doing? Every single day I ask that question. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? So most times when I'm not on camera, when I'm not in front of people, I'm always thinking of how to do better, thinking what exactly, because I wear a hat with many feathers. So should I focus on content creation? Should I channel towards the influencer side? Should I just be posting? Because most of what got me my followers on Instagram is pictures. When I post myself, everyone like, oh, you're so fun. Should I focus on just posting cute Instagram pictures? Or should I double down on climate change, my real passion? I also studied tech. Should I go deeper into tech? I did a diploma in mechatronics engineering. Like, too much. And I know how to sew. Should I do fashion design?
So you are an embodiment of a lot of things.
I feel like it's a blessed course because on the surface, you know how to do many things. Almost everything I try my hands on, I
flourish in it.
It's a blessed course because you cannot do everything, so you have to focus on one thing. So to decide what to focus on, that is the point of my life that I'm currently in now.
That's you, like right now behind the camera.
Yeah, okay. And in like 2024, some of my influencer friends, like, they were also posting cute Instagram pictures. They're so big now because they stuck to that lane.
One particular lane.
Exactly. All they do, post cute Instagram pictures, partner with tailors to snap, to sew nice dresses. They stuck to that. I know when you do something consistently,
it's definitely going to yield results.
But me, I haven't grown so much in that area because my attention is always divided in other things. I feel like this year, this year is literally the hardest year of my life. Oh my god. Because I lost my Instagram account.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I got it back like last month, right? So I lost it for like 2 months, and then I got it back again. So many things happened this year, and I just started thinking, so now what do you want to do? So I'm like, okay, this PlanetCred. I don't know if you know about PlanetCred. Yeah.
I said I've done full CIA. There's nothing on you that's online. I haven't seen this.
So I'm like, this PlanetCred, pursue it till the end, no matter how it goes. So yeah.
Did you always know you were going to stand out, or did the confidence grow over time?
I always knew I was going to stand out, like right from time. And
what age would you give us, like an age bracket?
I always knew. The thing is, because I've always stood out, and I'm not saying it in a maybe bragging way, in a way that sometimes it even causes disadvantage to me. So I went to a boarding school. And when
I went to boarding school?
I went to a boarding school. Yeah, I left in just 3, by the way. So I went to a boarding school, Federal Government Girls College, and all my seniors, the ones that were in SS2, SS3, they loved me so much. I was so small, I was so cute, fair, that kind of vibe. So they all loved me. But my immediate seniors, just 2, just 3, they didn't like me because of that. So even my classmates, I think I always had problem with my classmates, and yeah, I just always knew every single place I enter, somebody always compliments me. If it's not the looks, it's the character. Oh, you're so modest, you're wearing the hijab. Or you're so smart, you're in tech. There's always something. So I've always
like gives you an edge, like around people.
Exactly.
So like that's consciousness of that you're going to stand out.
My dad always tells me. So
clock it, like, father.
Yeah,
clock it.
Alhamdulillah.
Clock it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm the female version of him. Like he always says that so much. So he always told me that you're going to be a leader. Like, I see leadership in you. So sometimes, even when I'm having problem with my elder sister, he is a bit stricter to me. And growing up, it was so weird. Like, why? Like, she's older. Like, why are they being stricter? And then he was like, you're going to be a leader. Like, that kind of
You're going to do more.
Yeah, maybe. Alhamdulillah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What inspired your journey into public speaking, storytelling, and climate activism?
Okay, this is 3 questions in one.
Yeah, so
let me start from public speaking. In 2024, I think August 2024. Okay. April 2024, I met this guy. I liked him so much. We were talking, and by the way, before then, like I was already like making videos on TikTok, but like maybe once in a while. Yeah. And he was much older, by the way, not like too old though, like in his late 20s, and I was like 18, right? So,
yeah,
the difference was much. Yeah. And after we stopped talking, and he realized that, okay, this is not very right, that kind of vibe. And then we stopped talking, and I was so pained, and I was so depressed, and I channeled that depression into content creation. So it was like very simple content. I'll just sit in my mom's car. Everybody like, oh, your car. It's my mom's car. I'll sit in my mom's car and rant. I'll take out my phone. And then, like, I was so double down on this feminism things, because Nigerian men, then they always used to do something that would offend me. I'll take up my phone. Do you guys understand? Nigerian men. Everybody thought this girl must be in her 20s or in her 30s. I was just 18 then, and I was getting so much hate. Like, I'll be getting 100 comments, and the whole 100 of them, like, people are insulting me. Go back, go and marry Lily. All this type of thing. So it just added, I was getting hate, but I was also getting views. And I think blogs have posted my videos like a couple of times. Like, I remember that whole Achalugo. There was one movie, Achalugo, I'm going to marry you. You're going to be my wife. I said, why are everybody finding this thing cute? Why is it give her a choice? What do you mean I'm going to marry you? Give women a choice. Women deserve it. So I feel like that would be one of your because I love that. It went viral. Everybody's like, all these feminists, all these feminists, like, you people take offense in everything. This one is so I had a lot of controversy, right? I actually built a controversial brand on TikTok. 2024 ending, that was August, September, October, November, December, back to back. I was posting back to back, and I think that was what brought me deeper into like content creation. Yes, and public speaking, definitely. And in 2025, I interned with Lingering Climate Change Initiative. So that's where I learned most about climate change, and now I've started my own NGO. So Lingering is an NGO in Nigeria. So I say intern? I interned with them. No, intern is like for school, right? So I
volunteered
with them, but I was like more than just a volunteer, right? Because they had volunteers that were like dormant. They had a program in Port Harcourt. I went to anchor the program.
Here?
Yeah, I went down to Port Harcourt to anchor the program. And that was my first travel opportunity for public speaking. So kudos to Mr. Tobe Chukwu, the founder of Lengren. He's like my mentor. I owe him everything I have gained in climate change. So yeah, so when I interned with them, I started knowing more about climate change, and I took a lot of courses. Like I remember I have like 10 certificates on climate change.
Wow.
Because I was like a complete novice on climate change last year, and look at where I am this year. So I took
your love for it just like
and I'm like, before I used to hear climate change, like what is it? So I doubled down on studying and the internship and everything. So that was how I got into climate change and the public speaking. After I came back from Port Harcourt, I anchored the program well, and everybody was like, you must be good at this. How many years of experience do you have? And I'm like, I only have experience on TikTok, just talking to my camera. So I discovered that public speaking comes very easy to me. Like I love talking, right? And I know how to hold my audience. I started applying to programs. If you need a host, if you need somebody to talk about gender equality, climate change, I'm that person. I think I applied to more than like 30 or 40 different like organizations that have different programs. And I got some of them. I got my first international travel last year, September. I spoke as well, alhamdulillah, to Russia.
Wow.
And after that, and even this year, I went to Osun State, public speaking again. Like I've traveled to about 5 different states in Nigeria for public speaking. And people don't believe that I just started this officially last year.
Now, a lot of young people in Gwarimpa are trying to build something for themselves. Now, you already know that we are Gwarimpa.ng, and everything we are doing is
for Gwarimpa.
Yeah. Exactly. We're about our people, about people, our community, our lifestyle, and everything. So basically, now a lot of young people in Gwarimpa are trying to build something for themselves. What helped you grow from being just another creator into someone recognized for what you do?
I would say I'm still on the journey, but I would say have a niche. Don't be the jack of all trades. Guys, I've tried it. It's not sustainable. You're going to burn out. You're going to cry. You're going to be depressed, right? Have a niche. Just choose one thing. And there's something, I mean, that person I told you in 2024, there's something he was always saying, that you can excel in anything. And I would say the typical example of that history is Pella. I mean, I don't want to bring him up in this conversation, but what he does is like
unique in its own way.
Yeah, it's like, okay, he's just making funny videos, like that kind of guy. Like who can't make funny videos? But he stayed with it consistently, right? And now he's like, everybody's like talking about Pella. But when you look deeper, like what exactly is he doing? He has just showed up in people's face over and over and over again, and like everyone doesn't forget him anymore. So if you want to build a brand, if you're living in Gwarimpa and you want to build a brand, pick a niche and stay with it for at least 2 years. At least 2 years before you divert to something else. Yeah.
People that don't have patience can't relate to it.
Yeah.
They can't relate. I was speaking with someone the other day, and the person was like, why is every youth right now, they're like social media? Why social media? What exactly is social media? And I told the person that social media is one platform that rewards you for your consistency. Yeah. Over time, when you do something in people's faces the right way, it tends to reward you. So it has
even the wrong way.
Even the wrong way.
Because like somebody like Blessing CEO now, I don't want to bring her up in this conversation, but consistently she has done her kind of thing.
Yeah.
And even if people don't like her, like she's always in people's face. Exactly, it has rewarded her. Exactly. She has brands that come to her that give her PR package that like so no matter what you're doing, especially on social media, like you said, social media would reward you for consistency.
It will.
All those people making $8,000, the rest how much they're making, it's not about their content, it's about their consistency. So when you choose a niche, just stick to it, and my theory is for at least 2 years. Because that's going to be 6 months. So 6 months makes you unforgettable in something. Then when you double down with 6 months, wow, it sticks in people's head. Like, so even when you stop, people will still know. When you come back again, when you take like a 1 year break, when you come back, is it not this girl that used to make content 2022? Yeah. But when you just do it for 6 months and you come back, people, okay. Yeah.
New life hack.
Yeah.
6 months. I didn't calculate it like that. Times 4. That's game changing. Your brain is hot.
Yeah, I want to say something. This program is like all about Gwarimpa, something like that. I was born in Gwarimpa and I have lived my 20 years in Gwarimpa. I've not moved anywhere. I'm a product of Gwarimpa and this thought of venue, by the way.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I was born here.
She is a Gwarimpa baby.
Yeah.
She has special treatment.
Yeah.
What has been the hardest part of your journey so far and how did you overcome it?
I would say clarity, because everybody talks about consistency, and to be consistent in something effectively you need to be clear on what you want. So because like I mentioned, I wear a hat with many feathers, I've not really been clear on exactly what I want. You know what, sometimes especially on TikTok when my video is trending, I just ghost. When I'm trending, I just don't make, and you know some people, that's when they will double down on posting like I don't, because something in me didn't want to be known as that controversial feminist girl on TikTok. And now I'm sure that that's not the brand I want to build. I want to build a policy, somebody who is a policy expert, somebody who is a global change maker. I don't know if you know Global Temi, that person. I want to be someone like that, not somebody like I mean, I'm not throwing shade, but like maybe Easy or Bede. I don't know if you know how on TikTok.
Let's control our names, Colin. Okay.
But I mean, somebody like that, she's doing beautiful, and that is the kind of brand she's building, right? To understand what exactly do I want to be, what exactly do I want to be known for? I know I want to be known. I know I want to be famous. I want to be in people's faces, but for what? What exactly? So it has been very difficult, and alhamdulillah for clarity now. Yeah,
you're more like now you're more tailored on what you want. We thank God for that. As a young woman building influence and impact, have you ever struggled with self-doubt or pressure?
I'll talk about the pressure. Self-doubt, yeah, when you start comparing yourself. By the way, for me, I believe comparison is good. That's very controversial. I believe it's good, but exactly, but it's like it's a double sword kind of vibe. So when you start comparing yourself with people who are doing well, sometimes it leads to self-doubt, and sometimes it leads to you just giving up, like oh, I'm never going to be like up to your standard. And then I realized I'm comparing myself to people who are like 24, 25, 26.
Yeah,
like
they've been in this game long enough, longer than me.
Like there's a girl, I'm not going to mention her name, like oh god, I love her so much. I want us to be friends now, but before I always felt intimidated by her because she was a global traveler. In a year she traveled to like 13 countries in the climate space, influencing policies. I want to be that too. And I just realized that she started the whole climate advocacy stuff at like 16, and she's currently like 25. So why am I comparing myself to somebody who has almost a decade of experience in this field? And I realized that, I mean, moving at a pace, I started climate change last year. I feel like now I know I'm doing well.
I didn't really expect to hear that from you, but we need to remind ourselves that in this generation that there are people that have gone ahead of us. It's just like,
and it's fine. It's
okay. You don't compare yourself with them. Instead, you measure your progress. I feel that's the word we should use, not comparison, because comparison will kill every single thing that is inside of you. You keep comparing. She wore this skirt today. I'm supposed to have worn that type of skirt. She wore this top today. I'm supposed to have worn that kind of top. Do you understand? But instead, let's measure our progress. Let's measure each other's progress. Oh, you started in 2024. I'm starting in 2025. I should not be comparing myself with you. Instead, I should be measuring my progress to meet up to your standard. I feel like that's the that's a better word to use instead of comparison, because comparison it's quite delicate. We cause a bit of
I understand.
So let's use measuring progress.
And there's something, I always get anxiety attack, like I'll be telling my mom and my sisters, my heart is spinning me, and they're like, how can your heart spin me? And there was a day I took my mom's hand, I'm like, mommy, feel my heart, and she was like, why is it beating? I'm not, my heart is spinning. So yeah, when I'm doing that whole comparison, I feel like I'm so worthless and I don't deserve anything. I'll be crying and I'll start getting that anxiety attack. And when it started, it was more like, will I say it was more like an emotional pain, right? But now the pain is becoming physical. Like I can literally feel my heart spinning me. Like, so yeah, really, to compare yourself, it's not very nice. I know I still do it, but like,
I feel you. So that's why we're here for the interview, right? So let's just say, instead of comparing yourself, now we measure progress.
Yeah.
So when you look at this person, oh, she started at 20. She started when she was 16 and now she's 25. She's this way. I started at this place. I have even done more than she did when she was my age. So let's measure each other's progress. And with that, I'm like, I'm comfortable where I am. I'm not being pressured. I'm doing my thing little by little. I'm taking one step at a time. Alhamdulillah. You built a strong personal brand. What advice would you give young people, or young person rather, who is scared to start content creation or building something for themselves?
I would tell you, first of all, choose a niche, number one. And it doesn't mean you have to be sure of the niche yet, but just choose a niche. Just try to be sure. Anyway, start. And secondly, choose one platform. Don't try to be everywhere. Don't try to be on Snapchat. Currently, I don't have a Snapchat. Like, I mean, I just take it for the filters. I don't use Snapchat.
We have plenty.
Like, don't try to be on Snapchat, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. The platform that I double down the most now is actually LinkedIn. It's not even Instagram. Like, Instagram, like, okay, yeah.
For pictures.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay.
And TikTok for my live session, because it actually calms down my anxiety when I just go live and talk to people. And
that's quite nice. So
LinkedIn is the platform I double down. Just try to be consistent on one platform. Like you said, social media would literally reward your consistency. So just choose one platform. If you're just starting, don't try to be on everywhere. Depending on what you're doing, if you're doing UGC content, go to TikTok. If you're doing, like, if you want to be in the diplomacy space, SDG, climate change, go to LinkedIn. If you're just, like, your content is maybe cute Instagram pictures, you want to wear all these abayas or all those type of clothes, go to Instagram. If you just want to share your thoughts, go to X. Like, your different platform for what you want to do.
So the first thing first, you have to niche down.
Yes.
If not, you'll be everywhere.
Niche down, then choose one platform. Start from one.
What role has Gwarimpa played in your development, in how you see things and how you pursue the world and your pursuits in your career?
For start, I would say number one, Gwarimpa has played two roles in my personal journey, and number one is the safety. Number one, Gwarimpa is safe, and I'm not just saying, oh, Gwarimpa is safe for the sake of saying it. I'm saying it exactly how I feel. Gwarimpa is safe. Sometimes I go for walks at night and I can tell you Gwarimpa is safe. That's number one, the safety. And number two, when I wanted to do my outreach, I was worried. I needed to go to school. I know when you want to go to government school, you need to get like an official letter, something from like one. It's a very long process. And then I just went to a school in this Gwarimpa. It's a government school. And because Gwarimpa is like a community, almost everybody knows everybody, or they know somebody that know you. Exactly. So I just called somebody, you know what, this is what I want. Like, okay, I can connect you with somebody. Beautiful. They connected me with somebody. I went to the school. I told them what we're doing. I showed them we're already registered, this, that, brought everything. They're like, okay. They gave me a day to come and I spoke to the students and the student. So it's basically made it easier for me. So that
soft landing.
Exactly.
It gives you a soft landing.
And we did our outreach in 5 schools, and 3 out of the 5 schools were in Gwarimpa. 3 out of the 5 schools were in Gwarimpa. And I had zero stress. All the schools I went to, or the ones that even gave me slight stress, were the ones not in Gwarimpa. Honestly, like, I'm not even joking. All the schools I went to in Gwarimpa, and one of the schools, Sound Academy, where I did my primary school. When I went there, they were so happy. Oh my God. See how we are big now.
What motivates you to keep going, especially in difficult days? Like when your anxiety reaches to the maximum, you're worried, your many hats, you know, what just keeps you going? What did you say is that push?
I always tell myself there's either one of two options. You make it or you make it big.
Clock it.
Honestly, like, I'm not joking. So I think that's what keeps me going. I like being vulnerable here. In April 2025, no, this year is 2026. Yeah. April 2026, I was so depressed. That was the peak of comparison. Like, I literally stopped. I'm like, let me see what anything will want to happen may happen. I'm giving up. I literally gave up. I stopped. I was doom scrolling every single day, and the anxiety just started because something in me knew this is not the life for me. And I always say that I envy people who can spend weeks doing nothing and not feel guilty. Like, I literally envy that. So something in me knew that this is not the life. So even when the days are hard, when I have to like put so much of myself, I still feel more at ease than the days I'm not doing anything.
So you know you're not there yet. So what I'm getting from what you're saying right now is that the mindset that I'm not there yet is your drive.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet. Once
what
just
do you mean give up? Like, what give up for? We're like,
I mean,
and there's this lady. I mean, I did it. You know, I shouldn't stop telling her, but I love her so much. Yeah, I love her so much. So she always says something. She was like, the version of you that is successful already exists. So it is now for you to go and meet that version of you that is successful. And that is why I feel that anxiety attack, because Hauwa, who is a global public speaker, she has a striving NGO, probably a Minister of Women Affairs or Minister of Environment, that kind of vibe already exists.
And you just need to meet her.
And the more I slack and waste time, the farther she is from me. And she's calling on to me. She wants me to come and meet her. So yeah, I got that from Adife. She's so lovely. And you know what? On LinkedIn, a week ago, somebody called me the Ariwa Adife. And I'm like, first of all, I'm not Ariwa. Exactly, but I wear the crown. Like, oh my God. I feel like that's such a big honor because from all the young women in the world, literally, Malala, everybody that are doing great, the one I personally relate to the most is Adife.
Yeah, so let's take a minute, all right? When someone does a good thing, you appreciate them. When you see something beautiful, you appreciate them. She's doing wonderfully well. And she has done wonderfully well for herself. Once in a while, once I don't see her, I go back to her. Even if it's something I have watched, I will go back and rewatch it and find out where she is right now in her life. And seeing her grow and seeing her moving, it's like an evidence that, oh, I can get there. I went through her story, you know, as a CIA agent that I am, investigator. I went through her story, and she basically had to do things for herself and push herself to that limit.
Something she said, I mean, watching her videos, I can't remember when she posted this business that is like very successful for her. Like, it's not the first business. Is it that she sold? What did she say she sold? She did many like minor, and I'm like, oh my God, and that relates with me. Like, I've sold jewelries, I've done, and I'm like, oh God,
this is me.
So whenever I want, whenever I feel like maybe I should it's so hard, let me just give up, I'm like, Adife is proof. And there's this book I'm currently reading, Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life.
Sorry, say it again.
Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life. Adife recommended that book to me. I mean, she didn't say, honey, this book, she said it in her video, and she was talking to me, so I got the book. So she really changed her life, and we all can.
We all can. So we're definitely going to tag her to this video. She has to see. She's doing a lot. What are you currently building? Now we all know, but I want those people out there to know. What are you currently building? What is Hauwa Abubakar currently working on?
So in a nutshell, Hauwa Abubakar is working on PlanetCred. And what PlanetCred is, PlanetCred has two missions, but the mission that she's currently pushing is to localize climate education for every single child in Africa. We have a lot of Africans who say climate change is a scam, and it's not your fault, because most times when we hear climate change, you're always talking about Amazon bush is burning, talking about the polar bears in the Arctic region. All of these are important, but they do not reflect what Africa is going through in terms of climate change. So we realize that there is a communication problem in grassroots climate conversations in Africa, and that is what we want to change. So all the school outreach we went for, we were localizing climate conversations. So we're talking to the students about climate change in what they can see. that heat you felt yesterday, it didn't come from nowhere. That is still part of climate change. And they were like, are you? Because when they hear climate change, they're always thinking about polar bear, sea level rise, things that they do not see, things that they just see in movies or they just see in videos online. So that's why they think it's a scam. But when you localize it, if possible, bring it to their language. We're going for another school program in Kano State, and we're using Hausa language because the Hausa children also deserve to know what climate change is and how it affects them. The drought that is taking away their land is as a result of climate change, and they deserve to know what it is and how they can mitigate and adapt to it. So that is what we're doing. We're localizing climate education in Africa, and the project under PlanetCred doing that is Climate Speaks Your Language. That is the name. Climate Speaks Your Language. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
So the second thing we're doing, this one, so we're launching an app, but I spoke to somebody who is in the startup like ecosystem, and he asked me some very important questions that I couldn't answer. And then I realized that, okay, this part of PlanetCred is not very ready. We do not really have a good business model. Like, how do we make money from it? So basically the idea is to recognize every single grassroots climate action. That is it. So if you're planting trees in your backyard, nobody knows you're planting trees. Why shouldn't anybody know you're doing that? So why are you doing climate action in isolation? We want you to be recognized. As little as planting a tree in your backyard, you should get recognition for that. So before we can get recognition, we need to verify that you're doing what you said you do. Because in this climate space, we have a lot of people who say they're doing things, they plant one tree and they say they planted 1,000 trees. So we're looking for basically a grassroots MRV system, monitoring, reporting and verification system that can verify every single climate action that comes out from Nigeria. So when you say you planted one tree, we want to verify that you actually planted one tree and recognize you for planting that one tree. So we're still thinking about what the business model
would look like.
Exactly, because it can't be sustainable. We can't just sustain on grants or donation. We have to have a business angle. So that is why we at PlanetCred, we're doubling down on the climate education part, because we understand this and there's a clear business angle for this. So with time, the main vision at PlanetCred is to recognize every single grassroots climate. Anyway, we're still trying to get the business model right.
Okay.
So for the climate education, we've gotten it right, and we can come to your school if you want. Just reach out to me. We want to come to your school. We want you to know what climate change is in your context. Yeah.
In your context. Like, I love the fact that you're bringing this down to the lower level education, because, you know, they say charity begins at home.
Exactly.
And they are the next generation. Exactly. So they have to know these things.
Yeah.
There's so many things that you're doing. In fact, truly, you are wearing so many hats and you're doing them well. You're looking beautiful while doing it. So we're coming to an end of this. I enjoyed this conversation so much, and it was so insightful. In fact, I feel like that climate change, the education should start from me. If after we finish,
I would definitely.
Please start from me, because you know it's a part of education that is not really emphasized on in our Nigerian education system.
And there's something, every single school that we went for outreach, we started a green club in that party of PlanetCred. We're doing that.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So I'm very sure you're going to need help. So if you're interested, guys, in making our environment safer and more knowledgeable to this younger generation, please reach out to her, go to her DM and lay your heart and your
open to everybody.
Okay, and that's the least Gwarimpa.ng can do.
No, it's too much, honestly. When I got this invite, I was so happy. I was like, oh, come first with happiness. I was like, alhamdulillah, And the community, I love what Gwarimpa.ng is doing, because Gwarimpa is, they say, the largest what they call it now, estate in Africa, and it's a community, and that is what Gwarimpa.ng is emphasizing, that we are one, we can support each other.
We are. Do you know, I just found out what? And life camp is actually part of Gwarimpa. I didn't know.
You didn't know? Life camp is part of Gwarimpa.
Don't make me laugh.
No.
So anyway, we're coming to an end of this interview. I want you to say something to our visitors, something to our guests, you know, people that are out there watching, your fans that already. admire what you do, and they know that, oh, this is what she does, and they're trying to do something like this. Just one word for them.
One word: clarity builds consistency. So be clear on what you want, and consistency will come to you easy. So when you realize that consistency isn't coming easy, it's because your thoughts, your ambitions are very scattered. So when you can narrow them to one or maybe two, consistency will come easy to you.
And with that, we've come to the end of today's session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
for coming to our beautiful space.
Thank you for having me. Honestly, I can't wait to watch this. I can't. By the way, that's me, guys.
Definitely. Bye.
Bye, everybody.